What's up everybody, Doomike here, welcome back to another modern video on the channel. As always, before we continue, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the video. Today, we are going to be playing some Affinity, which is a deck that is near and dear to my heart. Rest in peace, Mox Opal. This is, a deck that have done a couple videos with on the channel. I was going back and going through my content. It seems like we're doing one a month. We did one when D&D came out, one about a month after. So maybe this will be our new monthly tradition, the monthly Affinity video, if you will. But yeah, I've had, a ton of experience. This was actually I think the deck that really first introduced me into Modern. Back when Mox Opal was still legal, I played this deck for a long time. It was actually the deck I played in my first Pro Tour. And I have a lot of history with it, so, anytime I see an Affinity list pop up that kind of piques my interest, I'm definitely in for it. Not a lot has changed since the last list that I played. Again, we're an Urza Saga deck, because that card is busted. But a lot of cards that you've normally seen in Affinity decks over the years: Memnite's Thopters, Springleaf Drums, Frogmite's Thoughtcast, the new edition Thought Monitor, which is just sort of a juiced-up version of Thoughtcast. Sojourner's Companion, it's a blessing and a curse for Sojourner's Companion, because obviously it's a strict upgrade to Mirror Enforcer, which is a 7-mana 4/4 affinity for artifacts that doesn't have the extra type line. But I'm a person who's played a lot of Mirror Enforcers in my days, so the fact that they printed a strictly better version of it is, it hits here a little bit. But we're gonna go ahead and play the one that has a little bit more text, even though it's the same card. I will say I have actually land cycled Sojourner's Companion before, so it does come up. I was hoping that it would never come up so I could just talk myself into playing Mirror Enforcer, but we'll go with the Companion. And then Cranial Platings, we're choosing to play Galvanic Blast as our removal spell of choice. I've seen some lists omit Galvanic Blast entirely and just focus on Thoughtcast and Thought Monitor, just don't play any interaction. I think in a world of Ragavan, that's kind of a tough sell, so I like playing the Galvanic Blast main deck. And then we got our Saga package, the Spellbomb, the Shadow Spear. Those are pretty much standbys. The Ginger Brute, which looks kind of odd, but it's kind of cool when you're playing 4 Cranial Plating, that Saga can search for not only a 1-mana creature with haste, so you can attack immediately with the plating, but it also has some built-in evasion, so you get a lot of use out of the one Ginger Brute. Even though it's, when you draw it, it's pretty marginal, but when you need to search for it, it can be the difference between winning and losing. So definitely a worthy inclusion, I believe. And then again, the mana-based Darksteel Citadel. We're choosing to go with the tap lands. Personally, I have been really back and forth on the ETB tap lands, the Spire Bluff Bridge, or excuse me, Silver Bluff Bridge and Razortide Bridge. At first glance, the moment I saw them, I just saw enters the battlefield tapped, and I assumed, no, we can't play those. But as you play more and more with them, you kind of understand that entering the battlefield tapped, when you have the affinity for artifact cards, it's kind of like it doesn't come into play tapped, because if it's your 4th artifact, it doesn't matter if it comes into play tapped, you still get to play a Frogmite for free, because it's just your 4th artifact. So I think that I am warming up to them a little bit, so I think 6 is probably a good number. I don't think you want to play the full 8. Maybe like 4 or 5 is the correct number. I'm not sure. Maybe you could go like -1 for a second Spire and do like a 2-2-5 split or something like that. But we're gonna choose to go with the 6 copies. And then when we go to the sideboard, we are a Giganta deck because it is essentially a free roll. The argument of companions taking up a sideboard slot just doesn't really connect with me. It's just a free card. Just play the companion if you're allowed to. Prismatic Ending and Dispatch for additional removal spells, Ethersworn Canonist for combo, Rebuke for control and combo, Alpine Moon for opposing Urza Saga. The really nice thing about Alpine Moon is it's not symmetrical. A lot of people don't realize that, but if you name Alpine Moon, yours work and theirs don't, so it's pretty good. Etch Champion for the mid-range decks like Luris and Jund and all that stuff. Needle for Urza Saga against opposing Planeswalkers. I'm sure there's some other situations where Needle comes in, like Charbelcher, random stuff like that. Tormod's Crypt for Living In and Dredge, and then Wear Tear for opposing Urza Saga decks. So that is the deck list in all of its glory. I really wish we had some Mox Opals to play with, but unfortunately, Wizards is This does not allow us to play with that card anymore. So, without further ado, let's get into some games. I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Alrighty, everybody, back here for round number 1. League with Affinity. Call it Moose Affinity, because we got a moose. Gigantha the Moose. Okay. Spire, Drum, Ornithopter, go. Turn 2. Spire, Frogmite, go from there. I mean, this is one of those hands that has... This hand has a lot of acceleration, just not really a payoff. The nice thing is, this is kind of a fast Gigantha, so I think I'm kind of in for this hand. Or, excuse me, we can just play both drums this turn. What am I saying? Yeah, there's no reason not to play both drums now. But, yeah, I don't know. This hand finds the payoff are pretty good. Opponent reveals Luris, so, like, I don't like mulliganing that much against Luris decks. Yeah, we blank that card. That's kind of cool. Unintentionally. Yeah, let's go here, here. Let's go here. If I draw an untapped land, it's a turn 3 Gigantha. Never thought I'd be... Never thought I'd be casting a turn 3 Gigantha. No, not the moose. What did the moose ever do to you? Alright, Hex Drinker. Okay, that qualifies as a payoff. That qualifies as a payoff. Probably my best one. Although we're going to go level in here. So maybe I can't race this. Oh, well, hello there. And I'm going to deploy that to make sure it cannot get discard spelled. So I'm going to cast that, play this, pass. Yeah, no attacks. But that gets around the protection from everything on the Hex Drinker. Because even if they get it to level 8, my creature will have trample. Like, they're just going to hold up 2 mana for like a decay or a trophy, yeah. That's kind of what I assumed. Alright, let's make a thing. Let's untap. Let's go make another thing. I'm going to get a jar. Yeah, I'm going to get a jar. Then I can go Thoughtcast. Land. I'm going to hold on to the plating. I just want to equip the Shadow Spear here. And then just attack with the 13/13. Jar whatever they have. Decay or trophy. This. Trophy the Shadow Spear. I think they should have trophied the Construct. But... yeah, I think they should have trophied the Construct. Because that at least would have not made them take damage this turn, because the Construct gets removed from combat when it's regenerated. And then they get another draw step to try and find something else, but... Alright, so Etch Champion's good. Tormod's Crypt? No... I could bring in Dispatch Ending. I don't know how much I want the 1-for-1 removal against them. It's probably okay. But, like, I already have Galvanic Blast. How much more of that stuff do I need? It's good against Tarmogoyf, whereas Galvanic Blast might not be able to hit Tarmogoyf all the time. I guess the nice thing about Prismatic Ending is it also kills a Hex Drinker that's already on level 2. Because it has Pro Instants, but not Pro Sorceries. So maybe I just want to do 2 endings. No Dispatch. And just trim some Memnites and a Frogmite. Just more of the low impact stuff. Maybe I can cut the Gingerbrute. They don't have a ton of blockers. Yeah, let's try this. I guess Gingerbrute does get around a fully leveled Hex Drinker, like Gingerbrute plus Plating, but... basically, in matchups like this, you just want to cut some of your lower impact stuff when you're bringing in sideboard cards, because the matchup is more about, like, you're trading 1-for-1 a lot with their discard spells, and... this is kind of the same hand as the first hand, except this hand has a tap land, so I can't really do anything on turn 1. But, The same principle kind of applies, but we're on the draw, so I think I'm willing to mulligan at least once in the draw. Okay, this hand's kind of a lot worse. I don't want to go to 5, though. I'm going to put back... I'll put back the companion. No, because then they just Thoughtseize the Ornithopter. If I put back the Ornithopter... Or they Thoughtseize the Thought Monitor, I put back this thing. It's tough because I don't know if I'm going to be able to convert both of these. Alright, I'm going to put back the companion. Not sure if that's right. Basic Forest. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to play out all this stuff for discard, like Inquisition purposes. Although if the Inquisition may, they just take this anyways. But just in case. Dothy Void Walker. Sure. That is fine. Still can't play anything, which is kind of a beat. 3, 4. Yep. Alright, bridge, go. Bridge, go. See what they're up to. We'll take 4. It's fine. No blocks. That's their turn, huh? Okay. Kind of down with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to play the Monitor first. I could play the Nettle Cyst, but Monitor might allow me to do more stuff this turn. Like that. Can't play the Thoughtcast, but that's fine. I can live with not playing Thoughtcast this turn. That was a pretty good turn, I would say. Pretty good turn. Thoughtseize. Okay. Now watch us just get like Creeping Corrosion or something stupid like that. Land, Creeping Corrosion. I guess we wouldn't lose. We would get to keep Bridge, Saga, and then I'd probably jar one of the monitors, but... Alright, no blocks. 12. Gotta be a little bit careful of this thing, I guess, but... We can go Construct in to get a Shadow Spear, so it shouldn't be that bad. Okay. I'm gonna play the bridge, I think, and I plan on just making a construct. Alright, so they take 6, go to 11. Let's see what they got. They're gonna need some good. Attacking with both. I mean, I'll call. I will call. I was gonna have to do this anyways. Fatal Push. Alright, I'll regen it. So now I think I'm just gonna chump block the Luris. A second copy of Fatal Push. Okay, it's dead. You got me. Alright, so I'll take 3, go to 9. What do we got? Assassin's Trophy. Alright, I mean, they know about the Nettle Cyst, right? Are they just dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Yeah, they're just dead, aren't they? And they knew, didn't they know about the Nettle Cyst? Huh. Alright, well. I mean, I'll attack. Okay, that was weird. I mean, I guess if their only removal spells are Fatal Pushes, no, because they have the trophy. I think what they had to do was just let the trophy go and then end up trophying the Nettle Cyst. I mean, they're probably in a bad spot either way, right? But not sure. Yeah, that was a weird game. These matchups like this are usually pretty good because of Saga, unless they have like very specific hate cards in the sideboard. So 1-0. I'll see you back here in just a little bit. Round number 2. All right, YouTube, round number 2. Here we are. Here's a moose. Opponent's got a cat. This is what this league is going to be. Is just dual decks, moose versus cat. Who will come out on top victorious? This hand is kind of mediocre. So best case is like Citadel, Brute. I guess Glimmervoid, Brute. No, that's too risky. And then bridge onto... Yeah, this hand is really slow, but if it's like one of those things where if they're playing Hammer Time, I'm kind of off this hand, but if they're playing a more mid-rangey Lurrus deck, I think this hand's okay. At least we got the matchup we wanted. Now, is my hand still even good? That's yet to be determined, but... I took Galvanic Blast. Okay. Jar wasn't too bad. Alright, bang. Do you get to cast the turn 2 Thoughtcast? Unless they Thoughtseize it. Gingerbrute getting in there for a point of damage. The Gingerbread Man. Basic Mountain, what you got? Ragavan, sure. Okay. They know about the Thoughtcast, they're not going to kill this thing now? I was going to say they should. They should have probably killed it upkeep. I think I'm going to regen it, because I want to make sure I have a blocker for the Ragavan. But if they had done this on my upkeep, then the Gingerbread would have been tapped. Let's just play the bridge and pass. Alright, try and block Ragavan. I mean, this isn't even that great, because then we can't play Thoughtcast the turn after, but... I will happily block. So we'll go block into Nettle Cyst, and then we can Thoughtcast after. It's not too bad. You're gonna Lurrus here? What you got? What you got? What you got? They're tapping mana. They're trying to pay costs. Okay. They've decided on Lurrus. I accept. I will play a Nettle Cyst. 3-3. No, now next turn we're probably just going to play Thought Monitor. Black Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize isn't the worst because we at least have 2 divinations. No, they're just going to Lurrus Ragavan. That is fine. That I can live with. They have 3 cards. Okay, let's play Drum first, because that's essentially a free roll. I guess it's not a free roll because... do I want to cast the Thoughtcast? I'm going to say if... It sucks casting the Thoughtcast if they have like a Fatal Push, because then they get to kill the Germ. Am I attacking? Am I just like getting aggressive here? I mean, there's not that much off the top that they can hit that's like really that scary. Yeah, let's just race. I'm kind of in. The Ragavan's just whatever. I mean, I guess they gained 3 back off the Lurrus, so maybe that was a bad attack, but... Now we can plating up the monitor. 6, 7, 14, 16, right? No, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 7 is, yeah, 16. Kroxa, I will discard Silver Bluff Bridge. they croaks me again. I think I'm gonna discard the Saga. Because they only have 3 card types, so I can just plating up the germ token and shove for lethal, right? Yeah. I think that's fine. I think that is fine. Because they can't... Oh, now they have Terminate now. I think I'm still going to plating up the germ token. And I will go to attacks. Okay, they're off it. I was going to attack with both, but... Actually, no, I was probably going to leave back the monitor there. Didn't matter. Alright, so Rakdos Luris. Again, I don't think you want Tormod's Crypt against Luris decks. Maybe 1 is okay. Moon, Needle, maybe Dispatch, maybe Prismatic Ending. Kind of similar to the last deck we just played. Champion's good. What do I want to cut? I think I'm just going to do the same thing as last time, like 2 Frogmites, 2 Memnites, and then bring in the Prismatic Endings. Well, I guess I want Dispatch. Prismatic Ending is decent against some sideboard cards too, but... The reason I didn't want Dispatch in the last match is because my opponent had Hex Drinker, so I needed a sorcery to kill Hex Drinker, but this opponent is just playing red-black. I guess we could also cut the Ginger Brute. I don't want to overload on removal, though. So let's just do 2 Dispatches. 2 Dispatches, 4 Galblast, I think is more than enough. I don't want to go too much in on the removal stuff. Because you kind of want to make sure a lot of your cards are live in a matchups like this. Like, you don't want to get stuck with stuff you can't cast. Like this hand, for example. Double Companion and not enough cheap artifacts. I don't think I can keep this hand. It's like Bridge, Memnite, turn 2, Spire, nothing. Don't even have a 3rd land to cast Nettle Cyst. Yeah, this hand's just bad. Okay. Well, this hand has an Urza Saga, so it's significantly better. It's not the best. I'm gonna try it, though. Like, this hand at least has outs to a Ragavan if we find a... I guess we... No, we can't. We don't actually have a thing that casts Galvanic Blast on turn 1. Because we can't play Glimmer Void, and Spire of Industry is not turned on. Well, we do have the Ragavan. They always have the Ragavan. Well, I drew Spire. Oh. Yeah, no, Spire is turned on. What am I saying? Right. They're Rakdos, so I don't need to do it now. What am I saying? Spire was turned on, so that was lucky. I guess technically, Glimmer Void was also turned on, but I wouldn't really ever want to just go Glimmer Void Tormod's Crypt, because then if they had, like, you know, a single Shatter or something like that, they could just get it. Dothy Voidwalker. Okay. Let's go Ornithopter, Saga, Plating, go. Now we got some good stuff going on here. Next turn we'll probably just make a Saga token. Turn after, probably also make another Saga token. Alpine Moon. That's rude. Alright, I guess that means we want Prismatic Ending. Over Dispatch. If we do go to game 3. I'm not going to bring in Wear Tear, stuff like that. Like, it's annoying. We can definitely still win this game pretty easily, though. They're choosing to sacrifice the Voidwalker. For an Urza Saga, huh? Interesting. Okay. I'm with it. I am with it. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still cannot play Thought Monitor, unfortunately. It's only have 4 artifacts. Alright, they have a Saga. Wonder if they have anything to get with the Saga. Well, I guess they have Baubles, but... I'm kind of surprised they would rather have a Saga than just a 3/2 unblockable. Because now, what are they just going to tie up all their mana? I guess maybe they just have nothing else to do? Well, no, because they could just put Lurrus in their hand, right? Like, what was the point of sacrificing the Voidwalker to get the Saga if they're just going to Lurrus here? You know? Like, it just doesn't accomplish much. Not sure I understand that. Red. Nope, not red. Red. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay. Yeah, see, they're just going to put Lurrus in their hand. So what was the point of sacking the... Oh, by force, huh? Okay. Okay. Dead. Got him. Didn't draw a land for champion, unfortunately. Alright, your turn. So now the Saga dies. By force, huh? Okay. Good to know. Yeah, see, they could have helped me 6 damage, and instead they just got a bobble. Maybe they were just missing a land drop. And they just drew a land after the fact. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe they was trying to get fancy. Trying to get fancy. I'm not going to sack the crypt yet, because I need to find Kolaghan's Command. Destroy the Shadow Spear, make me discard. I guess I'll discard Thought Monitor. I'm still not going to pop the crypt, because I want to try and leave Metalcraft for the champion. Because I got to draw like land into plating. It's not a land. Okay. I mean, if we draw a land, still might be okay. Alright, now they're Lurrusing. No, see, they never missed a land drop. They had to land the whole time. I'm not really sure why they just chose to sack their Voidwalker. I don't really understand that. Like, I would have been dead by now. How many draw steps do I have? I mean, I think I'm going to pop the Crypt now because they're so likely to play the Lurrus that I'd rather just do it now. And I have more artifacts, so if I draw a land for the champion, it's fine. Turok. Alright, you win. Game number 3. Guess I kind of want Prismatic Ending. I'm just gonna cut the extra removal. Like that's not what this matchup is about, I don't think. I like the one crypt. Spellbomb's good. Yeah, let's go with this. This matchup is just not about the 1-for-1 removal. Also on the play, you don't need Dispatch for Ragavan as much. Alright, game number 3. Here's our moose. Let's see what we got. Okay, I have a Tapland, Memnite, Jar, Thopter. Again, no payoff. I'm gonna ship this one. Okay, I actually like this hand a lot more. I think I'm gonna put back the extra Tapland. Trying to see if that makes sense. Yeah, let's put back the extra tap land. Then I can just go tap land on 1. Go Saga plating on 2. Yeah, that makes sense. I like this. I like this. So this is going to require them to have the Alpine Mood on turn 2. Which they may or may not have. Yeah, Channeler. I meant to not. I don't know what just happened there. Rats. I meant to move my mouse and click on the jar, but for some reason it just chose not to register that. Okay, that was kind of weird. Well, that stinks. Okay, go, I guess. Yeah, definitely was supposed to play the Saga there. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Black, red. Terminate. Okay. Terminate's no regen, so I can't jar it. They bend another terminate. Okay. Saga, 1, 2, 3. So we can't quite play the monitor, so let's just do this and pass. And they have the Alpine Moon, of course. 2, 3. Yeah, that's unfortunate. This maybe would have been a little bit better if we had played the Saga the turn we were supposed to. But I guess I was just clicking too fast. Alright, we got a monitor. Draw some cards. Well, the second Saga is not very good in the face of that Alpine Moon. We do have an 8-2 that we can regen, and they're down 2 Terminates, so they may not have another Terminate. And if they have, like, I guess if they have Kolaghan's Command, it's kind of awkward, because I only get to save... They're just going to kill the monitor and the plating, and I only get to save one of them. I'd probably just save the plating in that case, but... Black, red. They have the third Terminate. Okay, I cannot regen. Cannot regen. It's a bit unfortunate. Alright, we'll take one. This might be moose time. Moose territory. Ragavan. How about another jar? Alright, your turn. Ain't got much going on here. Alpine Moon is really annoying, because they don't usually play that many copies. Like, their deck plays like 1 or 2 copies. It's just kind of a feels bad whenever they draw it. Alright, no blocks. Silver Bluff Bridge. We need to draw... I don't know what we need to draw. Etch Champion, that'd be a good one. We only have one of those, though. I mean, I'll take a Monitor, I'll take a Thoughtcast, any of that stuff. Dothy Voidwalker. Okay. I can't even cast the Giganta. Oh, man. Yeah, they don't usually play that many copies. Turok. I'm just gonna scoop this game. I don't think I can win anymore. Okay. They're choosing to attack first. I mean, if they just cast the Turok Break Combat, I would have scooped, but... This 5 mana? Is this Biforce? Okay, I mean, I'm just kind of off it. Yeah, that's a bit frustrating where they drew Alpine Moon of their like 1 or 2 of them. We drew 3 Sagas, so yeah, I mean, it happens. But matchup is usually pretty good when they don't draw this card. So, anyways, 1-1. I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 3. All right, everybody, round number 3. Let's see if we can dodge the moons. Yorion the Sky Nomad. This hand's kind of slow, but it's got a Saga, so I think this hand's fine. Yorion's going to say usually means taxes. I feel like taxes should be a good matchup for us. Play bridge on 1. Untapped land's not bad, so we can just start Sagaing. They have a Thalia, we can just go Saga, kill it. Mishra's Factory. Alright, they do have a Thalia. Alright, I'm just gonna play the Saga. I want to see if I want to wait to kill. I want to wait to kill the Thalia and see if they activate Vial, because I'd much rather kill a Giver, which I am gonna do now. That's why I wanted to wait. I didn't want to kill the Thalia immediately, because I don't really care too much about the Thalia. I just care about the Giver way more than the Thalia. Like, I don't plan on casting the other Galvanic Blast next turn anyways. I'm just gonna activate Saga, so I think this is fine. Only on 3 cards. Yeah, I'm down with that. I am down with that. Can't play a Vial. There's a Thalia in play. So they have Vial in hand. It's good to know. Alright, we'll play Spire. Activate Saga. And the next turn we should be able to go kind of ham, right? 1, 2, 3, 4... No, not quite. Because I'm going to get a drum. 4, 5. We're going to be a mana short of playing one of these. Alright, so no blocks in the Thalia, because we only have a 2-2. No blocks declared. I'm going to play the second Vial. Because they could have Flicker Wisp. Ranger Captain. Okay. What are we getting? We are getting... probably just a Giver. Yeah. Giver has been gotten. Alright, we'll make a thing. Flicker Wisp? Nope, not yet. Sojourner's Companion. Alright, I'm gonna make another thing. And I still think I'm gonna get the drum. Could get the Shadow Spear. I mean, I guess the drum doesn't really help us cast anything this turn, right? Because we get the drum, that's artifact number 4. This is artifact number 5, and we only have 1 mana, and we also can't even cast the Galvanic Blast. But it is nice just to get more mana in play when they have the Thalia. I'll get the drum. And then I'll probably just attack for 5. Alright, they're going to flicker the token, as expected. Skyclave Apparition. Sure, that's fine. That is fine. I guess with them having that, I'm kind of glad I did not... Oh, they're double blocking. Okay, okay. Excuse me. I didn't expect them to double block, but I guess it makes sense. I'm just going to kill the Skyclave. I'd rather just have a 1-1. Yeah, I guess that double block makes sense. Also, I'd rather kill the Skyclave when they eventually Vial in the Orion. Well, the Skyclave doesn't actually matter, right? Because my hand, like, once I start casting this stuff, the Skyclave is whatever. So maybe I'm supposed to kill this? Not sure. Alright, I'll take 3. Getting aggressive. Aggressive. Alright. I guess we can go Frogmite Thoughtcast. Which I will do. Alright, it's 5 artifacts. Still not enough for the companion, but... yeah, let's battle. Let's battle. Force of Virtue? Sheesh. It's been a while since I've seen a Force of Virtue cast. Man, they got all the hits. Force of Virtue, Cave of the Frost Dragon, damn. Damn. Alright, Mishra's Factory. Just getting in there. Just getting in there. No fear. Alright, I will chump block. Take 6. Just getting in there. So I got 5 artifacts. Springleaf Drum costs 2. And then I could triple Companion. Okay. Yeah, I could triple Companion. So we go Drum. I'm actually just going to tap the Frogmite. Oh no, I don't even need to. I can actually play the Monitor and then the triple Companion. Yeah. Okay, this works. Island. Island's perfect, because now I get to cast Galvanic Blast. Alright, I'm just going to do all this stuff first. And then I'm going to blast the Giver. So I can attack for 13. And then go to 2. I'm missing something. This is 5 to activate, so they can't do that. I have blockers for these. I guess I could have just attacked for 11, and if they chose not to chump block, the blast would have been lethal. But the reason I didn't want to let them untap with the Giver, because, like, let's say they have another Force of Virtue, this is a 5/5, they can give this pro colorless. I guess that didn't matter because I had the Thought Monitor anyways. I probably supposed to was just supposed to attack there. Let them block it. Let them choose to block if they want to. Alright. Dispatch maybe. Champion maybe. Ending maybe. Kind of the same stuff we've been looking at the whole time. Wear Tear might be interesting because they're probably a Stoneforge Mystic deck and they also have Aether Vial. Just a question of what I want to cut. I'm not a huge fan of Thoughtcast against Thalias and stuff like that. I like the Brute because the boards get clogged up. Probably just like trim on Frogs, trim on Memnites. Bring in like the Champion, 2 Endings, 2 Wear Tears. Yeah, I'm down with that. Alright, there's the Moose. We got Bridge, Memnite, Jar, Thopter. I mean, this hand's a little bit risky. We need to find a second land, but I think this hand has some pretty good upside. I guess I'm not going to play the Jar this turn because of this. Would rather just wait, see if I draw late. Oh my God, Leonin Relic Warder. Jesus. Something 80 cards. All right, your turn. Well, this is a beating. This is what we call a beat down. When Leonin Relic Warder is Stone Rain. All right, the question is how many draw steps am I going to take this game? The answer is not many. All right, game 3, let's go. All right, game number 3. Here we are. Let's go. Let's try not to get Stone Rained again. This hand's, like, honestly not that great. Because we don't even have a third land, so we can't even turn on the Saga, and we have a bunch of cards that we're no rainer casting, so I think I'm actually going to mulligan that hand. I think this is a little bit better. Honestly, I kind of want to put back the second Jar and play this, like, weird tempo game of just kill all your stuff. Keep both endings. I think I like that. Sand's going to be a bit slow, but double ending I think is pretty good. I'm just going to ending this. Alright, your turn. Especially against Aether Vial. Field of Ruin, Stoneforge Mystic. Well, if they get Cauldron, we can just ending the Germ token, so it's not too bad. And we drew a Saga, which they're gonna get to Field of Ruin, but that means they have to choose between Field of Ruin and Stoneforge Mystic, and they might not think that I have another out to the Cauldron, so maybe they'll just Stoneforge. Also, they may not have a land, which is really good for us because now we can just go ending the germ token and then also use the drum to make mana to ending, or, excuse me, make a Saga token, use the germ to construct. What am I saying? You know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. It's hard to articulate sometimes. But yeah, we can do this, and then ending the germ token. So we got a construct out of it, and we got the germ token away. So that was a pretty good exchange. Cave of the Frost Dragon. Okay. Flicker Wisp is annoying, but we can just make another construct. Oh, they're going to target the germ. Well, that's also really good for us. I guess it's not because they have the giver. Hmm. Gotta think about what to do here. Guess I could get the Shadow Spear. Yeah, doesn't the Shadow... no, because they can still give this protection. The Giver makes this awkward, because I could get a Spell Bomb, but they can just give her protect the Germ token. Yeah, this is awkward. Okay, so let's go make a thing. I think I still have to get the Shadow Spear. I think the Shadow Spear is my best way out of this, because it does have that additional line of text that says permanents your opponent's control lose hexproof and indestructible. Doesn't mean they lose protection, though, and that's the issue. But I think I still have to do it this way. And Gingerbrute does not get around this because this thing has haste. So let's get a Shadow Spear. I'm not going to do anything with it this turn, but... just going to play a 4/4 and pass. Yeah, the Giver makes this a lot more awkward. Without the Giver, we could have just gotten Spell Bomb and bounced the Germ token, but... Giver makes this interesting. Alright, Thalia's whatever. Relic Warder. Okay. Yep, construct down. I say that might be. I mean, I know they like attacking, but that attack is a little too aggressive. So we go to 11. How do I get out of this? I need to find an answer for the Giver. It's like my only way out of this, because I can't really attack. Right? Even if I equip the Shadow Spear, I attack. They block. I activate the Shadow Spear, they give it broke colorless, and my thing still dies, so I can't even really attack here. Not a good place to be in. Definitely not a good place to be in. Once we find a blast for the Giver, maybe it's a little bit better for us, because then we can kill the Giver. Plating plus Shadow Spear, equip the Construct. Okay, that's whatever. Get an island. Plating plus Shadow Spear, equip the Construct. And then activate the Shadow Spear. God, never mind. Never mind, we're just super dead. Now they could probably attack with this. Now this attack is pretty good. I guess it's not, right? Because then I just go equip both of these to this. Well, we're dead on board, so we need to find something. Okay, maybe that gets us somewhere. Probably not. Guess I should probably cast Thoughtcast. Yeah, I don't really know that any of this stuff gets us where we need to be. What should I equip? I'm not even really sure. Go. This is tough. This is tough. Hmm. I'm not really sure what went wrong this game. Like, Prismatic getting the Vial had to. Prismatic getting the Cauldron token kind of had to. We even got them into a spot where they just didn't Field of Ruin our Saga for 2 turns. And we're somehow still in a bad position. Which is crazy to me. Am I dead? I think I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Alright, cool, you win. Yeah, I'm just, like, trying to think of what... if there was anything I did wrong this game. I think everything... Like, I didn't really have that many decisions. I had 3 decisions total this game, right? I had the 2 prismatic endings and what to get off the Saga. And I think I did I think I did all that correctly. I just, like, I don't know, I guess their draw just lined up well against ours. This is usually a really good matchup, so I'm kind of surprised that, that we're in this position. But, you know, things happen. We're 1-2. A little unfortunate, but we'll see if we can bounce back. I'll see you back just a little bit for round number 4. Alrighty, everybody, back here for round number 3. We got a hand that's fine. Go turn 1, Bridge, Jar. Turn 2, Saga, Drum, Frogmite. Turn 3, activate Saga. It's not too bad. Urza's Tower. My mortal enemy. Technically should have played this one first because we have no white cards in the main deck, but I don't think it matters too much. Well, they have turn 3 Tron. This is going to be a mostly uninteresting game. Alright, your turn. See what big thing I get to concede to this game. Hopefully they're playing Eldrazi Tron. That's like the one hope. Whenever you see turn 1 map, you're like, please, please, please just have Matter Reshaper. They didn't have Matter Reshaper. So we're probably dead. It's usually how that goes. Alright, they minus on the Saga. Okay. Hmm. Okay, let's play another Saga. I'm going to play a Plating and a Jar and just attack the card for 2 so they can't minus it. We'll see where we go from there. Unfortunately, did not draw a 0-mana artifact to kill the Karn. That would have been really good. If I drew a 0-mana artifact, I could have went Plating plus equip the Frogmite, kill the Karn. But did not do that. Exile the tap land, so even if they kill the Frogmite, I can still make a Saga token next turn. And this way I can actually go make a Saga token, tap it for mana, equip the Plating, and kill the Karn that way. Now, again, granted, this is assuming they have Stone Cold Nothing. If they have basically anything, I'm going to lose, but... Blast Zone. So that can kill the Drum, which is actually kind of relevant. I don't know if they're going to choose to do that, but... The Drum is actually pretty relevant here because because of the Saga plus equip line. So, like, for example, if they just hold up the Blast Zone, it's really awkward for me to go main phase. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Super, super awkward. I think I might just have to forego the Construct token. Because, again, if I make the Construct token, they just sack the Blast Zone in response. And then I don't get to kill the Karn. And that's why they didn't Blast Zone main phase. Very smart play by them. This is tough. Maybe it's one of those situations where if they pop the Blast Zone to kill the drum, do I care? Because if I, like, let's say I just, you know, equip the plating, attack Karn, play monitor, do all that stuff, and don't make a construct token, they can just take the Blast Zone up to 2 and kill the plating anyways, right? And if I make the other play, they sack the Blast Zone, kill the drum, I Frogmite, attack the Karn for 2, well, then the Karn's at 3, and if they want a minus to kill the plating, which they probably have to anyways, it ends up being the same thing because the Karn still dies. So I guess it's actually okay. Okay, they also just chose not to do that, which, you know, granted, I don't know what's in their hand, but... What's this? Say, dismember. Oh, a warping whale. I was not expecting that. Okay, yeah, that makes this worse, too. And now they also get to take up the Blast Zone to 2. They didn't. Interesting. I guess maybe they just have Ulamog. Probably have Ulamog. I think that one I might concede to. Because they just killed the plating in the Saga. Okay, down tick on the construct. What else we got? Say, Karn the Great Creator? Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Okay. That one's actually beatable because if they uptick, I could just regen the Frogmite. So this one is definitely beatable. What are they targeting? Why doesn't it show me what they're targeting? Oh, they targeted their own Ugin. Okay. Interesting. Must have been a misclick. So Ugin's at 6. Now what? I think I am going to make a construct. Now the question is, what are we getting with this? Oh, man, math is hard. So the Ugin's at 6 and the Karn's at 2. So the Karn is not really that much of an issue. Honestly, the Ugin isn't really either. Because the Ugin Plus I can just trade for a jar, essentially. Kind of don't hate just getting a third jar. It's better against O-Stone. Yeah, I'm probably kind of dead to O-Stone anyways, but... I guess getting Spellbomb is good versus Wormcoil, but we have a flyer to beat the Wormcoil anyways. Could also just get a drum. I already have a drum. I don't need a drum. It's kind of marginal. I'll just get the Spellbomb. I think it's pretty close, but... Alright, play Glimmer Void, play Monitor... And I think I'm just attacking them. Again, we kind of have the Ugin covered. Yeah, I'm just attacking them. The Ugin's whatever. Even if the Ugin... To be fair, if the Ugin was at 9, I would still attack them. So, like, them misclicking the Ugin to deal 3 to itself, I don't think mattered too much. But... Alright, so they're dealing 3 to the Frogmite, which I will jar. Alright, I think O-Stone... I guess maybe Ulamog gets them out of this. So, if they have Ulamog, they target the monitor and the plating. And then I can just go... bounce... plating... Yeah, that would still be lethal, right? Because then I just go tap land, bounce Ulamog, tap 2 mana, play plating, tap drum, Frogmite, equip plating, and attack for lethal. So I can actually beat an Ulamog. 8 mana. Another Karn. Okay. Well, I think we have that just beat on board, right? Even if they target the plating. Still have lethal. So I don't think that matters. How did I win this game? I mean, I guess they just didn't draw that many payoffs. Just what a weird game. I mean, they are dead. Alright, Frogmite down. Don't even have to equip. Still have lethal. No equip necessary. So I guess hypothetically, if they didn't misclick the Ugin, I would have one less jar in play. But I would still just have lethal with the plating, so don't think it really mattered that much. Okay. Could have even regen, but I don't need to. Alright, attack you. They're dead. Game number 2. Needle's good. Moon's good. Counterspell's good. I think that's it. Not a huge fan of Galvanic Blast. Yep, let's do that. Maybe Wear Tear. That'll assist us kind of slow. I'll bring in one Wear Tear. Mostly for bridge. Maybe I want 2 Wear Tears for bridge. I'm not really sure. I think Wear Tear is generally pretty bad unless they're playing Karn the Great Creator. But Galvanic Blast also pretty good against Karn. Sand just doesn't do anything. I'm gonna ship it. Sand also kind of doesn't do anything, but it could be pretty aggressive. I'll try it. Go Citadel, Thopter, Memnite, turn 2 plating. Sand could be good. Okay. Get a jar. Got a jar. The door is ajar. I mean, my door's not ajar, but you know what I mean. So choosing not to sack the sphere. Interesting. How about another jar? Citadel and a plating. And now we can play the 4/4. It's a pretty good draw. This is a pretty good draw. Turn 2 plating plus 4/4. I don't hate that. We have 2 jars to protect the plating, so definitely don't hate this. And I assume the reason they didn't sack the sphere is because they have Nature's Claim, but we have the jar to cover Nature's Claim, so we don't care too much about that. Warping Whale, never mind. Alright. Oh, are they just going to play Karn? Maybe they don't have Tron land and they just have Karn the Great Creator. That's why they wanted the mana off the Scion. Could be. Karn is probably an issue for us. Both Karns, actually, if they have Tron. Alright, Yavimaya. Yavimaya nothing? I can live with Yavimaya nothing. Aether Spellbomb. Alright, I'll cast that. Don't plan on drawing a card with it, because I'd rather just equip the plating. I'm just going to plating up the Thopter. I think I'm not going to offer the trade with Memnite. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I don't really want to trade. I mean, I guess if they... maybe the trade's okay. Might have just been a free damage. Because they probably wouldn't trade over chumping the companion. Maybe they would. Not sure. So I guess now they have Force of Vigor. Is that what this is? Because they still didn't do anything when they had 4 mana. Yeah, this has to be Force of Vigor, right? Just like 100% of the time. So they're going to force the companion and the plating. But I can just regen both, which I think I will do. They're forcing the Thopter and the plating. Well, I'm certainly regenning the plating. The question is, am I regenning the Thopter? Regenning the Thopter is pretty good if they have Worm Coil Engine. But it might just be better to save the jar in case they have another force, so I can make sure I protect the plating. It's kind of close. I think I'm going to let the Thopter go. But I think it's really close. This just sets me up a lot better if they have another disenchant type effect. Alright, they have a tower. Do they have Karn the Great Creator? I mean, Karn is good, obviously. Our board's all artifacts. But we can still attack it for 5, so they can't really minus it. This turn, at least. So they plus it goes to 6, then we attack it for 5. So it depends on what their follow-up is after that. But we can maybe beat a Karn. Alright, they're just passing the turn. I feel like they have another Force of Vigor. And now they probably just target my 2 creatures. Yeah, I'm like pretty certain they have another force. Alright, let's equip the Memnite. I'll play the Frogmite first for the extra damage. I mean, it gives them more information, but I think it's fine. And we'll go to attacks. So they're forcing the companion and the plating. Well, I'll regen the plating. Alright, attack for 7. Alright, they didn't have the second force. Now, if they have the third force, we're dead. Oh, they just had Tron the whole time. Or maybe they probably just drew that. Alright, I'm going to sack the Spell Bomb. It doesn't change the clock. 9, yeah, it shouldn't change the clock. Could also draw, like, land plus second plating. Three mana. What are we doing? What are we doing? Do they really have a third force? Well, sometimes they just want it more. Sometimes they just want it more. Okay, well, I guess I was never beating triple Force of Vigor. Okay. What's this? Sylvan Scrying, sure. Alright, we're back here for game number 3. Let's try not to get triple forced again. Drum, Companion. Well, this hand's got a fast Saga. I'm kind of in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go Saga Drum and just not play the Memnite, I think. To not give them the information, and then next turn I can just go land Memnite and then activate the Saga. Okay, now we can activate Saga. Looks like they have Tron. Okay, that's fine. Make a thing. Make another thing. They don't sack the map. Well, they did sack the map. So now the question is, what are we needling? I think it's just Oblivion Stone, because I kind of think we have most other things covered. I think Oblivion Stone's going to be the hardest one to beat. I also could just get the Spell Bomb, which is better against Wormcoil. Because if I get Pithing Needle and name Oblivion Stone and they just have Wormcoil, it's kind of bad for me. Because then my attacks aren't very good, so I maybe should just get the Spell Bomb, which plays around Wormcoil. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's do that. Attack for 9. Because they can't even activate O-Stone next turn. The best they can do is what? They can play a Wormcoil, which gets bounced. They can play a Karn Liberated, which kills a Construct. I guess they could have Great Crater plus O-Stone? It's the only way out of this for them, right? Yeah, okay, they're just dead. Cool. Well, turns out... Well, I guess they could have Force of Vigor. They could have Force of Vigor. Which it seems like they do. Is there any way I can play around Force of Vigor? I can play this first, draw some cards, see what's up. Alright, probably can't play around Force, so I think I'm just going to attack them with everything. See if they're dead. Alright, they're dead. Cool. They didn't draw Force. Well, Game 1 was pretty easy. Game 2, they drew 3 Force of Vigors, and then Game 3, they drew 0 Force of Vigors. So, that's the match. 2-2, not the best record, but let's see if we can close it out with a positive record. I'll see you back in just a little bit for round number 5. Alrighty, YouTube, round 5. Let's see if we can close it out with a 3-2. Okay. This hand has a lot of potential. If we draw a 0-mana creature, we can just go the same thing that we did last match, go turn 1 Drum Saga. I'm going to keep this hand. If we miss on a creature on turn 1, I can go Citadel Saga, or excuse me, Citadel Drum Jar. Alright, they have a Misty. How about a Frogmite? Does that do anything for me? No, because Saga, Drum, Jar, 2 artifacts, 3 artifacts. No, it doesn't do it. Okay, so we just gotta hang on for a turn on playing the Saga, which I think is usually fine. Alright, Ragavan Triome. Castle Vantris. Blue-white control. Alright, well, we drew the 0-mana creature. Kind of wish I had taken the other line now, but here we are. So I think I'm going to go Thopter Frogmite, see what's up. Maybe they counter this. So Thopter, Frogmite, Saga. And I have 5 artifacts, which means I can play Plating, Monitor, and then Companion. Alright, your turn. Just a cool 4, 5, 6, 7. Just a cool 8 power. Only 8 power. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. And next turn, we're likely just going to equip and hold up Saga activation. Oh, I need a mana to do that. So drawing a land would be nice, so I can equip and hold up Saga. What's this? Prismatic Ending, the Plating. Okay, I guess that's kind of annoying, because they can follow that up with a Verdict. Don't think there's much of a reason to play the Memnite, so let's just attack for 8. holding the Mem Knight's going to be a little bit better if they have a Verdict. But I think we beat a Verdict. Because if they cast Verdict, we regen the Companion, float a mana with the Thopter. Then we make a Saga token. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's 5, 9, 10. Yeah, I think we beat Verdict. Okay, so let's go make a mana. Jar the 4/4. Let that resolve. Make a token. This is 8. Yeah, we should be able to beat it. Because we can also get the Brute. Alright, nice. We beat a turn 4 Supreme Verdict. Easily. We were on the draw too, right? Because that was our turn 4. Yeah, on the draw. So against blue-white control, I like Metallic Rebuke. I don't know if they have Stony Silence. I don't think they do. Etch Champion's good. And I think I want the Needle. And I think I'm just going to cut all the blasts. Let's do that. I don't mind, even though they don't have a lot of blockers for the Ginger Brute, I don't mind having access to a haste creature, especially combined with Cranial Plating. Like, post-Verdict, you know, if we had a plating floating around, we could just get a haste creature, we could plating with it, and it's really good, but it just opens up some possibilities, which is why I like it. I'm saying it's not great. Doesn't really do that much. So I think I'm going to mulligan that one. Okay. Keep this, and I think I'm going to put back the Ornithopter. Could be a little dicey if they decide to kill the Mem Knight. But I don't think they will. They might just kill the drum. Third plating is not exactly what we're looking for. Not exactly. Yeah, see, now they're just going to ending the drum, right? I would assume. Yeah. We need to find a land. Did find a land. Not too bad. Alright, attack for 1. Uno. Teferi bounce Mem Knight. I assume they bounce Mem Knight here, right? Yeah. Yeah, now that kind of sucks because they get to hold up Verdict. I think I'm just going to play another plating. I could have land cycled the Companion there, but I don't know if I like that. Because now they're just going to go plus Tef, hold up a bunch of mana. We have to decide how many platings we want to equip, because if we equip one plating, that doesn't play around Prismatic Ending on plating. This is a tough spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's also a chance maybe I just ignore Teferi and just kind of hope. Just go like double equip and attack them. It's not the best line. 2, 4, 5. It's 11 damage. I mean, they have to have something, right? Just trying to think of what's my best play if they have something. Because I kind of need to get this Teferi off the battlefield. But if I attack Teferi, then I'm not really pressuring them at all. I think I might just... You know what? I'm just going to shove. I'm just going to shove. No fear. Absolutely no fear. Just gonna ending the Mem Knight. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna be bad against that no matter what I did. If I equip one plating and play a Shadow Spear, they just ending the plating. So it's like I'm still in a horrible spot no matter what. Okay, I'm just gonna go to game 3. Game number 3. To be in the play. Alright, on the play. Got a land, drum. Yeah, I'm in. This hand's dope. This hand gets to play turn 2 Thoughtcast. Even if they have Prismatic Ending for the drum. Hopefully we find an Urza Saga. That is the card that we are definitely looking for the most. Alright, play some Memnites. Oh, wait. I could have just played turn 1 Thoughtcast. I was going too fast. Lost in the sauce. Okay. Well, nothing matters. I mean, no, it definitely does matter. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I was going to be a mana short, but... Looks like they have ending for the plating. Yeah, I screwed this up really badly. Just playing too fast. Okay, well. Skill game. Attack you for 1,000,000. Skill game. Play perfect, get rewarded. Right? That's how it works. Play perfect, get rewarded. Spreading Seas. That's fine. That I can live with. Okay, they're off it. Play perfectly, get rewarded. So we did salvage a 3-2 out of that, which is not too bad. I'm not really sure. What did we end up losing to? We lost to Taxes and Rakdos. I feel like the Taxes matchup should be pretty good. Rakdos is generally a tough matchup for Affinity because they just have a lot of good spot removal, a lot of good 2-for-1s. So, but yeah, I mean the deck overall felt pretty decent. I think it's a good deck. It's a nice budget deck too. Like the outside of Urza Saga, this deck is mostly pretty inexpensive. So if you're looking for a nice little budget option, I'm sure it's you could definitely do worse than this. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.